Hey Legionnaires, Tekken 8 is here and it's not running as good as I'd hoped on the Legion Go, to be honest. Now this is using the latest BIOS that was updated last week, but I think we are in dire need of a graphics update, as this definitely runs better elsewhere. Now as you'll see from this footage, it's running at a fairly stable 60 frames per second, and I'll share the settings a little bit later, but it is running at 800p. And that's required at the moment because if we don't run it at 800p and we put it in 1200p mode, then we get a very strange effect, even at 30 watt custom, where the game seems to run in super slow-mo. This seems to happen regardless of the platform if the FPS drops below 40, but is definitely worse even with lower settings on 1200p on the Legion Go for some reason. I'm not entirely sure exactly what's causing it, but the game is also capped at 60 frames per second, and it seems that if it's not at that 60, runs really badly. Now the best settings that I found for this was running it at that 800p as I mentioned, but also running the rendering scale at 85 and upscaling at TAAU, with everything on medium except for the background, which is on low. And this will still dip under the 60 frames per second mark depending on what's going on in the background, but multiplayer is working fine. And for the most part, you will get a good 60 frames per second, even on those multiplayer matches. And obviously that's important to be able to stay up to date and have the best chance of winning against your opponents across the internet. Story mode definitely runs better, but again, some maps run better than others, so do keep an eye out for that one. And hopefully once we get the updated drivers from Lenovo, then this should be running a lot better at a higher frame rate. And also if we can get AMD's motion fluid frames working on Tekken on Go as well, then it will look absolutely fantastic. For those wondering, we did look at FSR2 and some of the other upscaling mechanisms, but it really did look awful on the screen, bringing in a lot of blur and also messing up characters' hair. If you don't know what I mean, then take a look at any of the FSR2 and look at the female's hair in the matches and you'll see what I'm talking about. Let us know if you're going to be diving into Tekken 8 on the go. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.